Hey guys, we're back. We're the Disney Kremlins. I'm Chase. This is my brother Cody.
Hey guys, what's up?
We've been getting a lot of feedback from y'all, a lot of good stuff. We appreciate it. We appreciate the Disney community. Hats off to all of y'all. So this is going to be our top 5 shows at Walt Disney World.
Yeah, so last time we did our top 10 rides. We got a lot of feedback on that. Some people want to see our favorite shows. So this is our top 5 favorite shows in all of Walt Disney World. Number 5 for me, we're starting 5th being the worst, obviously going 5 to 1. Number 5 for me is going to be the Hall of Presidents. Right now it's closed as they're putting in Donald Trump's part. Disney did announce that Donald Trump is going to have the same speaking part as every other president has in the past. So shout out to Disney for that. They have done, with all the controversy and everything that's surrounding Donald Trump as a president, all the negativity that was surrounding Barack Obama as a president. I think Disney's done a great job of not really falling on either side of the parties and just standing up and saying, hey, this is a tradition for us. We're not going to let either party dictate how we run a ride. And I think that's really good. I've heard a lot of positive feedback on both sides, both Republicans and Democrats, that say, hey, this is Disney in general and this is a history ride. And I think that is what we got to keep in mind, that no matter what our opinions are of the current president or past presidents, that this is a history ride.
Preach.
First and foremost, and
Preach.
That this is the history of America, and regardless of if we're proud or not proud of the history of America, or proud or not proud of where America currently is, that's still America. And I really like what Disney has done with it in the past. I really like Barack Obama's part that he had in the last Hall of Presidents, and I'm sure they'll do a good job with President Trump. So number 5 for me, Hall of Presidents.
I'm just looking forward to seeing how everyone reacts.
Right.
Because we thought Barack Obama was gonna be controversial when it came out, or when he came to the Hall of Presidents. Right. Just imagine what Trump's gonna be. I wish I could be there at the first show just to see everyone's reaction. I'm just in the back laughing the whole time. Yeah,
because really we don't come down really on either side of the argument. So I don't want any Democrats or Republicans getting upset with us. But yeah, we thought that Barack Obama was going to receive a bunch of negativity, and really in general, we've been in a few shows where there are some comments made, but really in general, it's been a good reception for Barack Obama. I hope it's the same for Trump, because again, it is the history of America, and that's what the show ultimately is all about, not about which party you're on.
And it's narrated by Morgan Freeman.
So how much better can you get?
Even more bonus points. Can you do a Morgan Freeman voice?
Not on cue.
Not on camera.
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman. I can't do it. Alright. It's not on my list of things I can do. Alright, my number 5 list is going to be the Janitors. And I'm betting that half of y'all don't even know what the Janitors.
But it is a much less controversial.
Much less controversial,
right?
Just fun. So for those that don't know, the Janitors, it's I wouldn't even say it's a show. It's just it's at Epcot. They meet out in front of a test track, and you think they're just dressed like regular cleanup crew, and then they start playing trash cans as drums, and it's just a good time.
Yeah, and they're really interactive as well.
Yeah. Especially where Epcot is right now, that one small thing, actually, it makes a big difference.
Yeah, so it really does.
I really appreciate them. Also, a lot of talent. People don't realize how much talent they have.
Definitely, for real.
They go hard.
I think a lot of people just look at it and are
this is trash.
Yeah, this is trash. And really, they're legitimately good.
Good trash. Yes.
Anyways. Number 4 for me, if we can recover from that joke, is going to be Turtle Talk.
Hey.
Turtle Talk is a show that we just recently discovered, probably
only at 4.
The last couple of years, I think. Coming up Nemo ride, it kind of looks like it's almost like a child section of the Nemo area, the aquarium area. So we really hadn't done a whole lot in there. And we went a couple years ago, and it was hilarious. They kind of have it set up like the Monsters Inc. laugh floor, where every show's different. There's a lot of interacting with Crush on the screen and the audience going back and forth. He asks kids questions, and as most of y'all probably know, kids are like completely unpredictable, so you never really know what's going to happen show to show. And like he asks the parents questions, and we've been in some shows that are just some of the funniest times we've experienced in Walt Disney World. So number 4, Turtle Talk with Crush.
Also, if you're a parent, you may want to hide your kid, because if they ask your kid a question, they're probably going to go to you and ask you a question about your kid. And so instead of lying to them about how you enjoy them, you can just like sit your kid in the back so they don't have to be in the show. That sounded awful. We're sticking with it. My number 4, you slightly mentioned it, is the laugh floor. Monsters Inc. is one of my favorite Disney movies, so it's got to be up there for me. Goodness, those movies are just hilarious.
Yeah,
and the show,
the sequel that they did was really good. Like being able to go back and do a prequel.
It was a sequel prequel.
Right, and not doing your stereotypical like sequel of a movie. I think Pixar did a great job with Monsters University.
The show is just hilarious. Like, even the stuff they do before the show, like they show the people on the screen, they're like, oh, this guy's buying everyone churros. And then I think his name's Buddy. He comes out and he's like, oh, look, everyone's buying churros. Like, he's buying churros. And it's hilarious. Or like, this guy wants to dance. Oh, that's so funny. I wish I could be. I've never been on the show out of the 20 times we've been on it. But
one of our friends actually got on the show last time.
And she won it twice.
And somebody was on it when we went to spring break too from our group.
I think Dad got on it.
Yeah, I think Dad was on it, so...
But no, she was on it twice. She was... The first time we went on it, she was like an actual person that
they interviewed.
They interviewed, and then the second time she was one of the people they showed at the beginning.
Yeah, so like...
And I was pretty sure I was sitting by her both times.
Yeah, so and it's crazy that like we haven't been on it.
Very salty. Very salty. But yeah, funny show.
Again, one of those shows that like changes every show, so...
It keeps like the main story to like every time you see it, but you know, it's just like all the like, because you never know how like what you said with kids, like even people at Disney World, like how they're going to react. Well, last time we went was during the Stanley Cup and the NBA championship, and one of the guys interviewed was from Pittsburgh. And so like one of the monsters was like, go Pins, and like that's a sports reference for anyone that doesn't get it. It's really funny. So and then the same thing happened. Someone was from Cleveland, and they're like, oh, like Cleveland, and then like their king is James. So like obviously a reference to LeBron James. So as a sports nerd and a Disney nerd, that was just like heaven.
Yeah, and a lot of people in the audience didn't necessarily get it, but it was hilarious. Oh, it was great. All right, number 3 for me is going to be one that probably a lot of people don't really even think of. Some people may not even know that it exists, but it's Flights of Wonder. Another show that honestly we just found out in one of our last few trips. I feel like we haven't really been going that long, but it's a bird show, and you know, they show off all different types of birds. And the coolest thing though is they like fly them into the audience and like do different tricks and stuff. So like there's one where they like have $1 and then they bring it back. Then there's, you know, your kind of stereotypical Disney MC that's making Disney jokes like all throughout it. That's just really great, really entertaining. But like, you know, like to have like one time when we went, actually the last few times we went, we've sat in an area where like the birds just come flying like straight over you, and I mean they're like inches from your head, like you can reach out and like touch them. Don't do that, but like it's just amazing.
And the tour guy, oh, he's funny. He's been there since like
it's been the same one since.
Oh, and he's so funny.
Yeah, so I mean it's great. Like it's definitely a show you need to check out if you've never checked it out before. I know Animal Kingdom has a ton of stuff right now to do, and it seems like if these Zootopia rumors are true, with Zootopia coming into Rafiki's Planet Watch, that, you know, we may even have more stuff coming in, but
good,
you know, it's there. Definitely check it out if you have time. So
I didn't really appreciate that show until the spring break. I went to Corpus and we went to the Texas State Aquarium, and they had like basically like a poor man's version of that show with birds. I don't know why they had it at an aquarium, and it was bad. Like, it wasn't as nearly as good as Flights of Wonder. So, like, just putting that in context, like, it was, like, it's really good. Because the other bird show I've seen was awful.
Agreed.
So, pretty good. Alright. That was not on my list, so.
That's fine. I didn't have the Janitors on my list, and now I'm kind of regretting it.
Janitors, it's like one of those, like, it's like the People Mover. It's, like, underrated.
Agreed.
But it's like, you have to do it.
Agreed.
Alright, my number 3 is American Adventure. This is another show at Epcot, at the World Showcase Pavilion, at the United States Showcase. And I'm a history nerd. Again, I feel like this is gonna come up in every video. I just love it. I love that show. And then, like, it's really patriotic, and so, like, at the end you're just like, USA, USA, and it's just funny.
And I think the funniest part is, like, a bunch of people are from America. They go to Disney, obviously. Like, if you've been before, like, there's been so, it's such, like, a melting pot of nationalities at Disney World, which is great. Like, when you go into this, it's, like, all about America, like, in your face. Like, to me, it's like, if you've gone to the Muppet Show where Sam Eagle comes out and he's like, a tribute to most countries, or a tribute to all countries, but mostly America. Like, that's what this is. It's like so much America, like, in your face. But being American, I love it.
Yeah. And obviously there are some, as a history major, like, obviously there are some biases, a lot of bias towards it. But, it's just like, whatever, like, we're America. So, yeah. If you're a foreigner, sorry. Just gonna say that in advance. But if you want to learn about America, that's the place to do it.
Definitely. You can get, like, all of American history in, like, I don't know,
figure out why we're all
minutes.
crazy.
Right, exactly. Alright, so that's your number 3. Number 2 for me is going to be pretty controversial, because I think number 1 for, like, 90% of the people is going to be the same, and it's going to be what I put at number 2.
No.
But number 2 for me is going to be Lion King. It is a great show. It's my number 2. For those that know me, probably already know what my number 1's going to be. But number 2 is Lion King, and I'll say this: it is a great show. Like, it is an awesome show. And by your reaction, I'm guessing yours is going to be your number 1, as I'm sure, like, majority of y'all's is going to be. It came in at number 2 for me only because of the show that I have at number 1 and how much I love that show. So that's not taking anything away from Lion King. It's a great show, awesome show. They do it every hour on the hour, so now I think they're doing like 8 or 9 shows in the day. Definitely a show you cannot miss out on. Like, again, it's at Animal Kingdom. There's tons of stuff to do at Animal Kingdom. There's more stuff on the way to do at Animal Kingdom. It's a must-do. Like, it's up there. To me, it's like Flight of Passage, and then, like, Safari, and then the Lion King show. Like, it's like, you have to do it when you're in Animal Kingdom.
Okay.
Disagree?
About it being at number 2 or it being a must-do?
Both.
Oh, it's definitely a must-do.
Okay.
I would put it above Safari as a must-do.
Okay. That's fair. It's definitely a must-do show, though.
Yes. Okay. Well, my number 2 is Turtle Talk with Crush. Cody mentioned it earlier. It's fairly new compared to other stuff. It's just hilarious. Like, every time it's something different, and now they have some characters from Finding Dory involved, which is awesome. Like, they also, like, pulled that off pretty quick too.
Right.
I don't know. I'm not sure how they did that. I'm not sure how they do the show because it's crazy.
Yeah, like,
because
the voice is so much like Crush.
Yeah,
and like, he has, like, so quick responses.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it. It's Disney using magic. That's the only way I can explain
No,
it.
and you're right with the Finding Dory characters. Like, they were in there, like,
yeah. It's
really
just
quick.
like, what? It was just like in the movies, and now they're here.
Right.
Okay. Alright. Disney, you did it again. Congratulations.
Right.
You have my money. But yeah, I like it more than Monsters Inc. because Monsters Inc., although it is somewhat different, it has like the main thing every time, like the main story every time, and like any parts that Roz or Mike is in it, it's obviously pre-recorded.
Right.
Whereas this show, nothing is pre-recorded at all. It's all live. you're actually interacting with Crush,
Right.
and for that reason, it's my number 2.
All right. Well, do you want to go ahead and do your number 1 then? Because I think everybody out there knows what it is.
Okay. Anyone with a brain knows that my number 1 is going to be the Lion King show. Is it called something else like
Festival of Lion King. I think
Festival
it's
of
the
Lion
actual
King. I was about to say Festival of Lights, but no, that's not it. Like, it's the best show at Disney, like, hands down. It has music, good music.
Yeah.
Lion King's one of my favorite, like, Disney, like, music
Soundtracks.
Soundtracks.
Right.
Thank you. There's comedy. And like it's all live, done in front of you. But like, there's how many times have we seen that show?
Oh.
And I haven't seen anyone mess up like at all, ever.
No, and it is weird. Like they have acrobats.
Yeah.
But they're only on certain shows.
Yeah.
I think now. So definitely like probably see. I mean, we haven't asked a cast member.
We didn't ask that.
No, we didn't. But it definitely happened on my last trip too. So
Yeah.
definitely ask a cast member because
one show we went on, the acrobats didn't do the swinging.
Right, the
or whatever it's
trapeze. The
called.
trapeze work.
Thank you.
But they only did it on one of the shows.
One
we
of
went
the
to.
and then
So
we went again, and they had it. So it was like,
yeah.
wow.
So definitely ask a cast member like. Because that's a pretty, I mean,
Yeah.
not that it makes or breaks the show,
the
but it's
Tumble
definitely,
Monkeys.
yeah, but it's definitely an addition to the show. So definitely ask a cast member there, like, because it may only be like every other show, or they may only take like one show off, and maybe we caught that show or something.
Maybe.
But definitely talk to a cast member and find out for sure what shows they're going to be there, because it's definitely a great addition to the show. So you done with Festival of Lion King?
Yeah.
Oh, they also have the guy that does the fire twirling. And the sword.
Oh, the
twirling.
Samoan? Oh, I guess he's Samoan.
Yeah, I would assume he is.
He's pretty cool too.
He has like the rock.
And then
tattoos
I
on
don't know
his
how
shoulder.
he puts the flame thingy on his feet.
And he like lights up the stage, like does like that, and a whole line of fire shoots across it, like an Indiana Jones or something.
How does that not hurt?
I don't know.
He puts
I don't know.
flames
He also puts it in his mouth.
on his feet. Oh, I mean, like magicians do that. I don't know how they do that, but I've never seen someone put it on their feet. Like,
That is
that's
true.
just like.
That is true. So, obviously,
If you know how they do that, comment.
yeah,
below.
because I'm sure there's probably some secret. So anybody that's a fire magician out there that puts it on their feet, comment below in the comments how they do it. So, number 1 for me, and this is gonna be controversial, is going to be the Country Bear Jamboree. And I understand that like majority of people are gonna disagree, but it is just so funny to me. Like as soon as like some of the bears come out and start playing, I'm just like in tears because of how funny it is. And also like for Disney especially, it's really risque. Like it's really like
It is.
on the line. It's like one of the songs
One of the
is like
songs,
all
like-
the guys that turned me on, turned me
And
down.
then like another one where we're talking about don't whip Buford.
You
and
should
then
shoot him instead.
Like, okay.
And then Big Al comes out and he's talking about the big puddle of blood on the ground.
Yeah.
Like it's very like edgy for Disney, surprisingly, but it is so funny. Like just in tears the whole time.
But again, we're like probably not the most, but we're like towards the top as far as like most hip people
that
at
is
Disney
true.
World
That
goes.
is, and I'm sure as y'all can
So-
tell by like my accent, like
We
we're
all have
definitely
an
like pretty country, like, and obviously we're not like the biggest country people or like
No.
the most redneck people that are at Disney World.
But when
But
you
like
go to Disney
we're
World,
up there. Like Texans are like,
like when you say like Disney World's a big melting pot,
Yeah.
like
so you may have someone from like France or somebody that's sitting in front of you that like doesn't understand what's going on, and we're just like dying in the background.
people ask us. For the record, we do not ride horses to school, so
But
we need to
like
get that out of the way.
we have like
'cause that's
like even that time where like we were walking down, we had a huge group, and someone that was in the parade, and they were like walking back, they had just finished a parade or something, and they're walking through Frontierland, and they saw like one of us wearing like a Texas Ranger shirt or something.
Oh, yeah,
They were
yeah.
like, the stars at night are big and bright. All clapped as a deep in heart of Texas.
Texas.
And then we all looked around and realized there was like 4 other groups
Yeah.
around us that did
amazing.
it. So
Texas is where it's at.
yeah, so like there's American pride and then there's like
Oh,
Texan
Lord.
pride that's
Yeah.
like just another thing. So but anyway, so that rounds out our top 5. Number 5 for me, Hall of Presidents, very controversial.
Perfect.
Yeah, number 4, Turtle Talk. Number 3, Flights of Wonder. Number 2, Lion King. Number 1, Country Bear Jamboree. Also controversial. I'm not sure what's gonna be more controversial, having Country Bears at number 1 or having the Hall of Presidents in my list.
I think a lot of people enjoy Hall of Presidents.
So
I don't think that's controversial.
So try to keep the hate comments to a minimum. All right, so go through your
If they don't like the Hall of Presidents, then I mean, it's Morgan Freeman. Come on, like that makes it.
It's true. It's hard to not like Morgan Freeman.
It's not on my list, but it's like probably number 6 for me.
All right, that's fair.
All right, the Janitors. Come on, the number 5's the Janitors. Great show. Number 4 is the Laugh Floor. 3, American Adventure. 2, Turtle Talk with Crush. And number 1 is the Festival of Lion King?
Yep.
Lion King Festival?
The Festival of Lion King.
Festival of the Lion King. Let's go with that.
So there's our top 5 shows. Let us know your top 5 shows in the comments. Follow us on Instagram. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. Follow us on Instagram. Like I said, we're at the Disney Kremlins. See you later, guys. Kwaherini.
Kwaherini.